Gold's Doornkop gold mine has raised calls for an investigation into the accident. The Congress of SA Trade Unions and its affiliate, the National Union of Mine Workers, says a probe should be done to assess whether management of the mine had been negligent. Mineral Resources Minister Susan Shabangu joins us now to tell us more and speak to us about this incident. It's good to have you, Minister. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
What is your response to these calls? Are you looking into this investigation?
Well, I must say first it's pass our condolences about the tragic loss and the families of the members who've passed on. As the department, we're really saddened because we see this accident taking us back to many years back, about 5 years ago, where we had major incidents. And our approach to this, because 8 workers losing their lives, it's a lot. Even if it was one, it's just unacceptable in the mining industry. And it's coming in at the time when we thought mining industry was making progress when it comes to safety measures. And it's calling on us as government, especially as the department, to reflect and say, what is it that the mining companies are not doing once more again? Because it's a reversal of the work we've been doing over the years, whereby, last year for the first time, we were able to, or there was a report of only 93 fatalities. Yeah. So with this right at the beginning of the year, it's a really sad day, but not only for the mining industry, but for South Africa as a whole, where we lose such a lot of mine workers. Yeah. And I must also indicate, Leanne, that this is not just 8. Harmony once more has lost 2 more workers yesterday in 2 different mines. Yeah. And it says to us as the regulator, what is it that Harmony is not doing right? So we are ready to go an investigation, not only on the 8, but the whole Harmony mines, because there's a signal that something is not doing right. Yeah. There's laxity. People, maybe because of the progress we're making, now they think that things are right, or they're starting to relax. So we really have to put our to be hands-on and make sure that what is it that management is not doing right. So we are putting a process of investigation which will lead to the inquiry, because here we're talking about deaths of members or deaths of workers. So we have to do an inquiry into the matter.
Are we talking about 10 lives in one day, if we have to sum it up? Because the 8 miners were found in the morning yesterday, and you're saying that 2 more miners lost their lives at 2 separate mines
in the afternoon
in Harmony. You know, this is putting a massive dampener on statistics, because let's talk about them. Mining fatalities. In 2011, 123 deaths. In 2012, it was 112 deaths. Mm-hmm. And like you say, 1 death is too many. We're already starting the year on 10 deaths, and we're just entering, in the middle of February. How do you keep tabs on this as government? This is just Harmony we're focusing on, but obviously this is across the board.
Overall, one of the steps we are taking right now, the Chief Inspector has ordered all mining companies to review their safety standards, not just Harmony, all of them, in making sure that they do comply and do the right thing. But the other issue, which during December we're dealing with, it's the laxity of safety forums, which are established in various mining jurisdictions, where we try to bring together unions, the employers, and ourselves as a department in dealing with issues of safety in advance. So the report I got from the inspectors is that there was too much laxity around December. So I'm not surprised that we're having this today, because it's quite clear that people think that they had arrived. There isn't much effort or improvement which they need to do. As you know, Leanne, that one of the biggest challenges I've had in the mining industries, and the attack by most mining companies, it's our Section 54, which they've condemned a lot. That's precisely why we have Section 54, to prevent such tragedies. Because if Section 54 is implemented, when the inspectors go and do inspection and discover some of the issues of compliance are not up to scratch and affect Section 54, then people make noise, we impacting negatively, we're not sensitive to the economy of the country. But we've got to balance between the profits
Yeah.
and the lives of workers.
And the lives of
you know,
workers.
lives. You'll never recover lives.
No.
You can recover profits, but lives are gone forever.
This brings me to my next point, Minister. When we're seeing striking and much unhappiness at these mines, where the miners are demanding 12,500 rand. This is a high-risk job. We're seeing this. 10 lives lost in one day. This has got to indicate this is high risk. They're away from their families for a very long time. They live in very dismal conditions. You know, we've seen lots of behind the scenes. Do you think the demands are unacceptable?
Well, yeah, and we've got to look at it within the broader context of the mining industry. If you've got to look at 12,500, I can't say it's unacceptable or it's acceptable. Indeed, the conditions of miners are difficult, but not only that. One of the key issues for us is that we also have to improve not only conditions, but the issues of workers being better skilled, because skills will go together with better work and better wages. So we also have to look at that environment. How best do employers empower workers by skilling them, given that we come from a past and a legacy and an industry which was based on a critical mass which was illiterate. They've got to contribute also towards that, because they've made many, many profits on the backdrop of these workers and having nothing to benefit. So it's time that we balance profits with making sure that the conditions of employment are better, but also recognizing that workers need to earn decent salaries.
All right. We have to leave it there, Minister, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for talking to us this morning. Susan Shabangu, the Minister of Mineral Resources, talking to us about the incidents at Harmony Gold. And just to report, 2 more deaths were reported yesterday at separate mines of Harmony Gold. We've been reporting on the 8 deaths at Doornkop. They're still searching for 1 more body. But 2 separate incidents also happened yesterday, where 2 miners died at different mines. So that's news coming in for us as well. All right, it's 13 minutes before 8. Let's take a break. We'll see you after this.